Can't nobody love me like you do. Man, don't come out here in that little roast. Hey girl, hey. Hey boy, hey. Did you all see the little clip that I posted from my from my barbecue from yesterday? It was the very first barbecue of the season. Amen. And we spent the day downstairs in the Shangri-La, aka the suite, down in the suite. If you'd like to see the full hour and 10 minutes, you can visit www.patreon. It's scrolling at the bottom. Patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Let me turn this AC down. I just got out of the shower. I just situated my situation. Amen. Let me put my ring on. I feel like it's going to be one of them shows today, niece. It's going to be one of them shows today. I'm on my way to Madison's house so we can do fag talk. But good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts. Hit the like button. In my voice, please hit the subscribe button. On black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So, listen. Are we celebrating Easter as black people? You know, I know some of us gave up Christmas a few years ago. I mean, I didn't say I gave up Christmas. But you know, the belief that, you know, all that religious stuff that they tie into it. So are we still doing the whole Easter thing? I'm not saying about whether or not you believe Jesus rose or not. I'm just saying, are we still, you know, like with Christmas, some of us left Christmas and went on over to Kwanzaa. Is there an alternative to Easter? Yes, thank you, Jasmine Bowman. Please let them know. Please let them know, niece. Jasmine said, speaking of the first, which is tomorrow, make sure you have your payment details in order because catering comes like a thief in the night. Catering, aka Patreon, okay? Niece, make sure that you have your debit, credit, or gift cards in order for Patreon, niece. Okay? Because Patreon comes in like a thief in the night. She'll probably come through there like 2, 3 in the morning, maybe 4 a.m. when you're sleeping. She comes through before your mortgage and or rent payment. Amen? Patreon comes through there and gathers. She comes through there and gathers. And for that, I appreciate all of you. Look, Justin said, let me make sure I got the right card on file. Because listen, I put a little snippet up on the YouTube just to give you all a little teaser. Amen. We had a good old time yesterday. When I tell you we started at like 4 o'clock and the last person did not leave my house until like 3 a.m. I'm just waking up, niece. So I got some content for you all for tomorrow. I'm going to drop that new Patreon tomorrow at like 8 in the morning Eastern time so that, you know, you can have some new content to partake while you're doing whatever you have to do tomorrow, whether you're going to be at work or you got some chores to do at home or, you know, you can be driving somewhere or you're taking a flight somewhere or you're studying for something, you between classes. Amen, amen, amen. But yeah, we had an amazing conversation. And I'm going to get into a lot of this on Patreon. Fag Talk today. I'm going to have, so since it's the day of resurrection, I'm going to resurrect some of these stories. Amen. I'm going to resurrect some of these stories from my past. And my pen pals who've been here since day one, these are stories that you all haven't even heard. These are stories that you all haven't even heard because we were having a conversation last night. And the beautiful thing about my friendships is that we really do hold each other accountable. for our stuff, for those areas in our life that we really still need to work on or think about, reconsider, whatever. But we share so much, and like we have so many deep level, sensory level conversations that it's just like we all said some things last night. But baby, when I tell you I said some things last night, I ain't never heard that. Come on, that's deep. That was deep. And I wanna get into some of that today on Fag Talk. I didn't record all of that. Because, again, everybody's not. First of all, we were so into the conversation. That was first. And then secondly, everybody's just not going to be as forthcoming once that camera is on. But, yeah, we had some good conversation yesterday. And I can't wait to recapitulate some of that today on Fag Talk. Recap. Can't wait to recapitulate some of that on Fag Talk today. But I did watch Gerard Carmichael's first episode of his reality show that's on Max. So that's on the list of things to talk about today. I definitely got to get into that. There are definitely some updates to this RICO case that Sean Diddy, Puffy Combs got going on. They didn't classify it as a RICO case. Baby, they said he had the LA police, the LAPD, on retainer. He had them on retainer, means. My God, today. So yeah, all I had was a bowl of cereal today. I didn't even make my juice. I did have my 2 scoops of my sea moss though, because I don't play my games. I don't play no games about that sea moss. I don't play no games about that sea moss. Amen. I'm like the last 2 scoops of this pineapple, and tomorrow I'll be moving on to, I think it's strawberry. I think I have strawberry next. What's going on with this traffic up here? What's going on with this traffic? Girl, they even came to a standstill. See, I don't like when they come to a standstill. Slow down back there. Don't be bumping into me. Girl, let me get in this other lane because I don't know what y'all up here doing. What are y'all up here in this lane doing? The rest of the highway is moving. Somebody over here ain't doing what the fuck they supposed to be doing. That's my biggest fear is to when it comes to a halt and then I stop and I be thinking somebody gonna come hit you from the back. And it'd be a chain. What is the chain reaction? But yeah, so yesterday I went to the gym. Had a great workout. And then from there I went to the house and I got ready for the barbecue. Amen. And Friday, what did I do on Friday? Did I do anything on Friday? I gotta make notes on what I want to talk about. I do have some notes, bullet points of things that I want to talk about today on Fag Talk. But it was some things that I was just thinking as I was getting dressed that I want to remember to say on Fag Talk. Okay, I had to remember to put that note down in their knees. Native Ascension said, niece, I put your oil on my Insta story the other day, and I put your website. Now, I couldn't seem to find your Instagram. I typed in Native Ascension, but looked like something else came up. It didn't look like you. But I put the link, which was to your Etsy page. And that kept throwing me, too, because I thought you had I kept looking for a nativeascension.com. And I was like, but it kept taking me to Etsy. And I was like, is this right? And then I scrolled through the Etsy page and I saw that you had your products over there. So yeah, But anyway, so that was my weekend. I can't remember what I did on Friday. Must not have done anything because I can't really remember. But I have been using your oil on my hair. I've used it a couple times. I'm going to try to use it some more because I want to see if it's going to give me some progress, if it's going to thicken my edges, amen, and my scalp area. What is going on with this traffic? It is Sunday. It's Easter. Why are you people not in church? It is 12:54, 58. Isn't this the time that you all are in church or at the Piccadilly eating or the Ruby Tuesday or wherever people go to eat after church? Because, you know, I don't go to church. I'm going to drop that video tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern time for you all to have something to indulge in. But anyway, I'm not going to go into what I pulled from the Gerard Carmichael thing because I'm going to talk about it on Fact Talk. Like, I've really done some deep diving into this. And then Ryan and I, we always send each other different things that we find interesting or whatever. So he sent me this conversation with this guy named Sylvester. Justin Sylvester. You all know who Justin Sylvester is? He says he's an actor, but I don't remember seeing him on anything. But he is a commentator on E! He's like an entertainment commentator. He's always over there with them Beverly Hills Housewives. And he was on a podcast. And he had some very interesting things to say. And I ripped that audio because I want you all to hear it. My eye is itching. Not my eye, but right down here. And so I want to kind of get into that. You know, we always seem to find something that shakes up that table. Amen. We always seem to find something to shake up that table. But when I said we had so much food yesterday, we had shrimp and salmon. But we had like 5 or 6 different salmon. We prepared them all differently. We did a Peruvian one, or Jack did. When I say that lady is bad to the bone when it comes to making up a sauce, I can't even tell you what she blended up, but she blended up a bunch of green shit. She blended up, looked like some parsley, some fresh parsley, some green onion maybe. I know she took some vegan mayo, put that in there. She threw all this stuff in my blender. And when I tell you know what it reminded me of? Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I was reminded there are so many things downstairs that I still need to get. There's still so many things that I need to get for downstairs, I should say. I need to get a blender for downstairs because I had to go upstairs to get my blender and bring it downstairs. I don't have any knives downstairs. I had to run upstairs and get some knives. Like it was just all of that. Text Madison and Mo.
What do you want to say to the group?
I'm 10 minutes away.
Sending. I'm 10 minutes away.
So yeah, it just reminded me that there were things that I still need to get for downstairs. And it was just like, oh my God, if I have to run up these steps one more time. But it was nice being able to be downstairs and barbecue. You know what I'm saying? Because we were down on that one level. We ran out to the grill, came back in. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to go upstairs. And it was just so much more convenient. And then like I'd gone to the grocery store and got a bunch of seasonings, but I still need to get like the condiments to put downstairs. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. I have been sleeping downstairs, but I also need to sleep down there more. So, you know, the more I sleep down there, the more that I will realize that I need. But also it's about pacing and timing too. You can't get everything all at once. Some things you have to kind of just evolve to and grow to. When I tell you I look to the left and I look to the right, and you'd be surprised at how many people are looking down at their telephone because they're typing a message or they're dialing the phone. I can't begin to tell you how many people. And that lady is working for she's the park ranger. And she's looking down like this. I look over at her phone, she's looking down. It's scary. It really is scary. It is really scary. scary. Okay, we're about 8 minutes away from the house. I do want to kind of touch back on what happened in Baltimore the other week with that bridge. So I did a little bit of deep diving into that too. And I learned that that bridge is younger than me. It's only like 43 or 45 years old. Let me ask, how old is the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore?
Sorry, I can't show the result to you while you're in the car.
Girl! How old is the Francis Scott Key Bridge? Oh, it's 40.
Francis Scott died in 1884 at age 78.
Girl. Okay, it's 46. Thank you, Volvo to Love. Thank you, Terrence, for the Cash App. I saw that you sent the Cash App when I picked up the phone. Thank you, Terrence. But, so it's 46 years old, so it's younger than I am. So it's a relatively new bridge. It's not old at all. It's not old at all. It's only a year younger than I am. So it's not old at all. Okay? So what I learned is the workers on that bridge were Hispanic, Latin American. They were from Mexico, Honduras, Venezuela. And I was just like, oh my God. So what I heard is some of those people that were construction workers that were working on the bridge, and there were people who were trying to stop before they were driving up on the bridge, because this happened at like 1 something in the morning. There were people at the bottom of the bridge trying to tell them not to drive up. But what they're saying is they may think that some of those people didn't speak English. And so they weren't aware of what they were trying to say. Like, just imagine if you're driving and somebody is flagging, you might think they just trying to stop you for directions, or unless it was the police, of course. But if you're driving and like if I'm driving right now, somebody's waving their hand and they trying to get me to stop, I'm probably not going to stop. I'm probably not going to stop. Like, what you stopping me for? I'm not picking up no hitchhikers. Why are you blowing your horn at me? I'm not picking up any hitchhikers. You can forget it. And so the bridge had already started to crumble, but there was probably a piece of the bridge that was still standing. And when they got on that bridge, that last piece probably collapsed. And this is just me thinking. I don't know if that's what actually happened. But, you know, I think there was a part of the bridge that was still standing after the boat hit it. The whole situation is sad. And so some of those people didn't speak English. But I was just thinking about all of the material from the bridge that's in that water. I think they said it was like 50 feet deep. But imagine all that material in the water. They're still looking for, it's a recovery effort now. They know those people are dead now. But just imagine you down there and you're part of the recovery team. I could never do it. God bless those people who do. But I could not be down there swimming in that cold water. It's murky because some of that material that was on that cargo ship spilled into the boat, into the water. So it was like, I think, toxins. And it made it difficult for them to get down there to find those people. But imagine trying to swim around all of that material, poles and shit from the bridge. I mean, can you imagine? Young smooth boy said, I can still see the ship from my job. And then the pieces of the ship that's down in there, like, you know, you might get cut down there swimming around trying to find somebody. Oh God, good night. I wouldn't be able to do it. I can imagine they said it's going to take about 10 years because they're going to build it differently than they built that. I mean, just imagine. How long did it take for them to rebuild that new structure from 9/11? How long did that take? I can't remember. Yeah, some of them were on their lunch break. They were sitting on the bridge, but they were just on their lunch break when that bridge fell. Can you imagine sitting in your car and the whole bottom just fall out? My God, today. And you sitting in your car and the shit just starting to collapse. Bitch, I would think I was in a movie. This can't be real. Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? But just imagine if it was 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. on a weekday. Can you imagine it could have been 200 cars down there underwater? It could have been 200 cars down there. Can you imagine the kind of machinery they would have needed to pull all of those cars out? Dear God in heaven. But what I learned, Cordell said it would take 4 years to construct the bridge. But here's what I've learned, that port is one of the busiest ports in the country, if not the busiest, they were saying. They were saying it's the busiest port in the country, most important port in the country. And they were saying that it is going to affect the agricultural economy. So it's going to affect crops. It's going to affect the farmers in Kentucky. It's going to affect the auto industry. So it's going to affect the automakers in Detroit. They said it's going to be similar to COVID. They said that there's going to be a delay or maybe possibly shortage on Pampers and baby formula. They said that a lot of that cargo comes in from out of the country, foreign cargo. They transport 51 million tons through that port. There are 10,000 jobs directly affected by this. 10,000 jobs affected directly. The people who work directly with this bridge or interact with this bridge. 140,000 jobs indirectly. So that's companies that send things through there or whatever. 140,000 jobs indirectly. Simone said, yes, my job. Wow. What kind of work did you do, Simone? And just imagine how they're going to have to navigate that cargo that needs to come through, that normally would come through there. Where are they going to send it now? How are they going to route that? They're going to put it on trucks at some point. They're going to have to send it to some other port and then truck it. They said it's going to be worse than how it was or just as similar as it was to COVID. The delays and the prices going up. And think about when gas and fuel prices go up. The ship got to navigate around a longer way. So that's more fuel charges and costs. I'm like, my God, today. My God, today. They said that port was responsible for a lot of small trucks and small cars coming through. Small trucks and small cars? What? That is, my God, today. Text Madison and Mo.
What do you want to say to the group?
Open the garage, please. Oh, it's already open. You ain't got to send it. It's open, these. I don't understand why Jameson parks like this. Let me just tell him when I go in here. Because he's going to stop parking like you got to figure out how to get out of here. Call Jameson.
Calling Jameson, mobile.
Now watch he don't answer. He better be able to drive because he better be able to get out of here. I don't know why he'll just park behind Mo because he knows he's going to leave before I do. So why you park right here and then I park behind Mo and then you can't get past my car? Like, what sense does that make? When I say you young people, you younger people. Anyway, bye, y'all. See you on Fag Talk. Make sure you're registered to this channel and you're subscribed. Bye. Oh, I'm trying to end, y'all. Bye.